This is part 3 of the Amazon Anime Figure Challenge with our last and final contestant, my buddy Miguel's picks. Let's check them out. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Droobz Vids and another video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the last and final contestant in this first part of the Amazon Anime Figure Challenge, and these picks are from my buddy Miguel. If you didn't catch the other videos in this, just watch the playlist. There's the explanation video, the Dark Sage picks, and Nakama Collectibles picks, so be sure to check those out before you get to the voting video. And the voting will be opening up in just a couple of days, so we'll give this video some time for people to watch, and then I'll drop the video for the voting. And it's going to be real simple to vote, and when you watch the video you'll see how to do it. So as you guys may know, this is the $25 round, and I'm so excited because after this, that means we get to vote 2 people on to the next round and see what they have to offer in the next price range. And I think it'll be very beneficial to all of you out there, so you can see the different aspects of figures that you could get in these price ranges. You know, it's not all of them, but it's a decent selection as to what's out there. Now, the first 2 people that have picked was Dark Sage and Nakama Collectibles, and most of you guys out there know who that is already. But this person, Miguel, he's my buddy. He's actually a moderator for the chat on this channel, and he's an anime, manga, and light novel enthusiast like myself, and he collects anime figures. He actually has some pretty sweet ones, and all he has is an Instagram. He doesn't have a YouTube or anything like that, but I'll leave a link down in the description below so you go bother him if you want. See if he'll give up one of those free and bunny figures for your boy. And I'm actually pretty excited myself for these picks because we have some fairly similar tastes as far as animes and manga go. So let's see if you hit the nail on the head here with his selections. Alright, so getting right into it, the first figure here is a Furyu figure of Rika Takarada from SSSS Gridman, and if you guys haven't seen that show, it's actually really good. And this is one of the 2 main female characters in the show, and she's actually my favorite out of the 2 for reasons I'm not willing to explain on camera, but it's just some interesting things went on when they created these characters. But yes, I really do like this figure of Rika here. It's pretty nice, and Furyu makes some pretty decent figures, especially in this price range. Their prize figures are really well made. And at $27.99 with free shipping, not a bad deal. Next figure here is another Furyu figure, and this is a Fate Grand Order figure, Archer Altria Pendragon, and it looks like kind of a beach version of her. She's got a swimsuit, of course she has her sword there, and a cool little water gun. That's pretty cool. This is $29.99, and I'm quite surprised that we didn't see any Fate figures on Nakama Collectibles picks, but we see one here. And yeah, this is actually a really good figure because I do enjoy having certain characters kind of like this, with this type of strong-willed type of person that is completely different than you normally see them as. So that's actually a pretty good figure. Next up here is a Sega prize figure, and this is a limited premium figure, and this is Aqua from Konasuba dressed up as Emilia. And I think this figure is fantastic, just like Konasuba. Konosuba is one of my favorite animes of all time, and this kind of just like pulls at me directly. And $28.80, I mean, yeah, you can't really go wrong with this figure because Aqua figures tend to be a little bit pricey. And don't quote me on this, but this is actually probably the cheapest Aqua figure I've seen as far as price goes. And, you know, knowing Sega's prize figures, it's probably really good quality. And, I mean, yeah, looks pretty good. I definitely like this one. So next up here is a Banpresto for $29.94. And it is of Sinon. And this is the EXQ figure of her from Sword Art Online Memory Defrag, which is the mobile game, and it looks like it's kind of like her summer version, and she has a swimsuit on and looks like, I don't know, was that a little drink or something like that she's trying to hand out to you? Kind of like this one too. She's got the sunglasses on the top of their head. Not a bad looking figure, especially for that price. And she is one of my favorite characters from Sword Art Online next to Alice, so I mean, it's really a toss up between them 2, but to be honest with you. So moving on here, we have a Taito figure of Shinobu from the Monogatari series, and this is $24.95. And the Monogatari series as a whole is probably one of my favorite ones, just because you get to see a lot of different things happening in it, a lot of different stories and stuff, and it's really fantastic. And Shinobu is a really great character. I think she has some fantastic developments, especially when you get further into the series. If you guys know what I'm talking about, don't want to ruin it for you. But for $24.95, this is a really good deal on a Shinobu figure, especially since they don't just have a regular old base here. It's, you know, looks like a carpet, and you got a tray there with some donuts on it. So definitely a nice looking figure here, and it's Amazon's choice. So a very solid list of figures there, quite a variety and different brands too. So this was actually quite hard for me to pick. And I have that figure right here. And just when you thought the whole, you know, bag thing worked out for me with the eBay purchase, if you guys saw that video, yeah, Amazon actually shipped a figure in a bag. So not all Amazon vendors are created equal, as a lot of you may know. And the first two came in boxes, and now here we are in a bag. And it is no fault of Miguel's, it's just the vendor that sold it just happened to put it in a bag. And that's something you need to be aware of on Amazon, because like I said, not all Amazon sellers are equal, and some of them will ship in boxes, some of them will ship in bags. You just never know what you're gonna get from Amazon. It's all hit or miss, and there's no way to determine if they're gonna send it to you in a box or not. So it's unfortunate that this did come in a bag, but with these prize figures, I tend not to keep the boxes, so it's not a big deal as long as the figure is in good shape. So since this figure's not gonna take very long to unbox, or unbag I should say, so I'll just go ahead and take it out, and then I'll tell you why I didn't pick the other ones and why I picked this one. So here we go. The figure I picked, hopefully it's the right one too. Like this whole series so far, I've been worried that I'd get the wrong figure here at some point, but you know, there's still more videos to go, more rounds to go. So you never know, it might happen, hopefully not. So the figure we got here is actually the Taito figure of Shinobu from the Monogatari series. So yeah, this box is, you know, a little beat up there, but not too bad. I've seen actually quite worse boxes, like at conventions or even in stores, are just smashed beyond belief. So even though it got shipped in that bag, it's still not bad. So I'm pretty confident that the figure in here is just fine. So how shocked are you with this figure here? I bet you really thought I was gonna go with that Aqua as Amelia from Konasuba, but you know, somebody told me a long time ago, when in doubt, Shinobu out, and that's what we did. I couldn't make up my mind. I had so many good characters to pick from that Shinobu is here. Before I open this one up, let me go ahead and tell you why I didn't pick the other figures. And the first one with Rika from Gridman, I like this figure a lot. However, there's another figure of her that I do want to pick up. It's a scale figure, and I only really just want one figure of her, so that's probably going to be the one that I end up getting later on. And as for the Fate figure, I didn't really want to pick this one. This was the one on the list here that for me personally, was one of the ones that struggled to make it for me. I mean, I do like the character, I like the design, but Fate for me, I don't really want to get into that much, because there's just a ton of figures, a ton of characters, and you know, I would want a lot of them. So I'm trying to stay away from Fate as best I can. I'm getting little model kits here and there, but yeah, I'm just trying not to dive into the deep end on that. And Aqua, I mean, yeah, this figure is fantastic, but if she was a little bit more useful, I probably would have picked it up. Just kidding there, but I already do have the Aqua Figma, and I have a few other figures on my list from Konasuba that I'd like to pick up, and this wasn't one of them. Even though I do like it, you know, ReZero is a good anime, and I don't know, I think it's really unique that they did the crossover, but this one just wasn't it for me. And it's funny because the main reason I didn't pick this Sinon figure, even though I do like it, is because I already picked a Sinon figure in Nakama Collectibles video. So yeah, this is actually the main reason I didn't get it, because the next Sinon figure I'm going to get is probably going to be a scale figure, which coincidentally enough left me with Shinobu. So I was doubting myself on picking up the other figures, just really toss them in my head, and yeah, I don't have a Shinobu figure. So, and there's no Kiss Shot figures in this price range as of right now, so we went with a Shinobu, which is completely fine by me, because I needed a Shinobu figure. And actually, if you guys were there for the live stream on Tokyo Taku mode, then you'll know that I'll be getting another one in, so definitely don't mind that. And that'd probably be it for me as far as Shinobu figures go, because I do want to get the Kiss Shot figure, unless of course it comes to the point where, you know, I'm doubting myself again on some other figures and Shinobu's there for a choice. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. As far as this figure goes, for the price, what I saw in the glam pictures looked fantastic. You get this nice base here that's different. You don't get just a circle base or anything like that, so you get this unique looking base. You get this little tray of donuts here, and she's in a nice pose, so it looks really good. I feel like it'd probably be kind of a small figure here, and let's go ahead and check that out. And yeah, I mean, it's not it's not terribly small. I thought it was actually going to be a lot smaller than that. So this is the size of the figure here, and kind of just comparing it to a pop-up parade figure, it's definitely a decent sized figure for 25 bucks. And it looks like it's only 3 pieces here. You get the base, you get the tray of donuts, and you get the figure. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that all together and show how it looks when it's done. Actually, I take that back because the little tray here that holds the donuts, all the trays are actually individual. So you got to put them on the little tray itself and set them up to how you like. And just taking a quick look at the figure here itself, looks pretty good. I think they did a fantastic job with the sculpt and the paint on there. Look at that donut. It's really even got a little bite taken out of it. That's awesome. So yeah, it is a very nice looking figure of Shinobu, especially for the price. And when it's all said and done, you get this nice looking figure on a very unique base with, I guess you call them accessories as well, for a very solid price of $25. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. You know, I don't always collect super old dying vampires, but yeah, this is awesome. And like I said, Shinobu is a fantastic character. If you haven't watched the Monogatari series in general, definitely watch it. And before you do, look up a watch list on Google or something like that, because there is a watch order and you probably want to stick to that. But I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, because I have a bad habit of spoiling animes for people. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below which one of these 5 figures you would have picked. Do you think I picked the right one here? And yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. The third part for round 1. All the picks are in. Remember the picks, screenshot them, do what you got to do. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up. If you guys want to see more content, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.
You think that you can handle this? Then you better learn